Welcome again, Maxim here, and today I'm going to show you what are exact chances for Aya on each bounty and how to farm it in the best possible way. Aya is the currency with which you can buy, for instance, relics or some exclusive cosmetic items from Varzia, a trader at the Mars Bazaar. This currency can be found in places where previously you could drop relics with vaulted items. That is, relic packs from syndicates, void missions, open worlds or Zariman bounties. Getting Aya from relic packs is rather a pleasant surprise than the way of farming. They are also available in open world syndicates. So, thanks to the daily limits, you can check your luck several times. In the void, drop chances are too little. Other places are definitely more profitable, although it is not the worst place to farm Aya. Open worlds offer 4 farming options, where 3 of them are available all the time, and 1 is cyclical. Let's start with regular locations. On open worlds you should choose the 5th bounty at levels 40 to 60, because here you have the highest chances of getting Aya after an hour of farming. Aya can drop in stages from 2 to 5, with possible 2 prizes on the last stage. So on cities the chances are twice 33.04%, one time 25.68%, and again twice 38.78% chance. We assume in calculations that you always get 2 awards at the end. Depending on whether you complete 5 or 6 bounties in 1 hour, you can get from 7 to 9 Aya. It should be remembered that these are statistical values, resulting from the percent chance at given stages. You might get as well 30 Aya in an hour here, or 0. For some players, Citus bounties are a very good source of Aya for several reasons. First of all, the map is not the smallest one, but it is definitely smaller than Orb Vallis. I'm aware that not every player has an efficient computer, which is why the planes are a very convenient option. In addition, the tasks located here, from my private observations, are at the moment the least buggy, and this is also an important aspect. This sector is the oldest open world in Warframe and seems to be in the best shape, or at least I have the least problems here. The bounties themselves are not affected by the size of the team. In other sectors, the more players, the longer missions may be. The solo players and the team are able to complete the bounty in 10 minutes without any major problems, or even faster. Recommended warframes here: good DPS like Mesa, Ember or Siren, possibly lucky to teleport the drone while escorting it. Before we go any further, I want to mention the cyclical event on the plains, Ghouls Purge. Once it was the best place, now it is the worst, and it will probably remain so. Bounties are 5 to 7 minutes long, so you will earn around 1 to 3 Aya after an hour of farming. Let's go to the Orb Vallis. Aya chances are 20% twice, once 16.67% and twice 33.33%, which translates to an average of 6 to 8 Aya per hour. It is not a good place to farm Aya, not only because of the drop rate, but also tasks can be longer with a bigger team. And the Orb Vallis is a larger open world. The map is 3 by 3 kilometers, where the planes are 2 by 2, so more powerful PC is needed to sustain good frame rate. But if you want to farm here anyway, because for instance you need some depth bounce as well, you can use DPS like on planes and or something to protect excavators or transporters, Frost or Limbo. Cambion Drift. The chances are twice 28.57%, once 22.22% and twice 43.48% chance, which could give you 8 to 10 Aya per hour. However, Cambion Drift is the least enjoyable sector. Mobs can often make large breaks in appearing when the mission's goal is to kill them, and the missions themselves are definitely longer in full squad than on solo mode. The map is smaller, but there are some bugs that can make tasks more difficult or impossible to complete, which in total gives the least pleasant place to farm Aya. However, if you want to do it here, you can use Mesa, Siren or Ember. Let's move on to the Zariman. Go for the 4th and 5th bounty, regardless of the current mission on them. The chances are the best, 12.34%. Depending on how missions are arranged in a given rotation, you can have different types of missions on these bounties. The shorter the time of one approach, the better. If you want to farm only Aya, avoid Armageddon, Mobile Defense and Cascade. Aim for Extermination or Flood, if you like jumping or you have Wukong or Titania. 2 minutes per run is pretty good, but if you practice, you can finish it even quicker. However, mission type is not the only aspect. Each bounty have an additional goal that needs to be completed. It might be completing the mission within a certain time. On extermination it's not a problem. However, there may be some that will extend your mission. Killing an angel, taking a Zariman for Melika, or, for example, playing without skills. If you see that secondary objective will slow you down significantly in a given rotation, wait for another rotation. However, on the Zariman you won't get much anyway, because it's only an average of 4 Aya per hour. Although missions can be completed in 2 minutes, the chance is only 12.34%. Comparable results are on Sanctum Anatomica bounties. Here also aim at extermination, solo or with a team, or disruption in a team. First one is around 2.5 minutes, due to the size of maps. Disruption can be finished in around 3 minutes. But you have to go the 4th bounty, because only there you will have as high drop chance as on Zariman, and this is also the highest possible there. You will also achieve comparable results while playing Void Capture, Uko and Hepit. There are missions with greater chances, although considering how quickly you are able to complete a mission or rotation prevents getting statistically more than on captures. However, there are many aspects that you need to consider by yourself. Where's the best place for you to farm Aya? You only want it and need a place with highest chances? Or maybe you need something extra. Farming Aya on open worlds is a great opportunity to farm their syndicates, warframes, weapons or unique resources. You can also farm Void Plumes on the Zariman if you need points for the syndicate there. Or with a similar chance to the Zariman, you can farm Aya in the Void. In the worst case, if it doesn't drop on a particular approach, you will just get a relic. That's the standard reward there. Or you can open relics in the Void, if there is an active fissure. You have a lot of possibilities. You can change the places of farming Aya according to your needs, preferences, or just diversification. But there's one more method of farming Aya, in place that you already saw in this video, but you have to do this in a very specific way. Let's go back to Cetus, talk to Konzu and pick the 5th bounty. Go on the plains, enter the mission area and leave it immediately to fail the bounty. If it is eliminate nearby enemies, complete this stage and fail the next one. This action establishes the mob's level on the plains, as you need the bounty with 5 stages. In some tents on the plains, you can pick additional missions related to the mob's level. Now visit those tents, one by one, and search for those 2 specific bounties. Capture the Grineer Agent, or find the hidden artifact. They need to be named exactly like this. When you find one, pick it and play. If, however, you will see that you have to liberate a camp, open Armored Vault, or do any longer task, go to the gate and restart. You need to have a very specific stages here. Assassination, drone escort, rescue, capture and caches, in any order. But if you once found a tent with one of those 2 mission names I mentioned before, you don't have to search for it anymore. It will be, for some time, always in this tent. Talk to Konzu, pick 5th bounty, fail again, and go for that tent. Desired mission will not change its location till the new rotation will appear. That is after a night. Start this one bounty over and over again, until you will have all those 5 stages. And when you finally get it, you can farm this mission over and over again until the new rotation on the plains. All you have to do is to stay there, do not leave the plains again. This set of tasks in this bounty will not change until the sunrise. With this method you can get really crazy amounts. One bounty is around 4 minutes, but you can do it even faster in a team. Remember, tasks aren't longer with a bigger team. But let's assume 4 minutes in calculations. That translates into 20 up to 28 Aya per hour, if you will be doing this faster and faster. It's even possible to get 5 Aya in 3 to 4 minutes in one bounty. It's all about RNG, but there is no better method of farming Aya. For this method I was using Nova with range and efficiency build. As I said before, find one that suits you best and go farm some. And that's all in this video. If you have any questions, please type them in the comment section or visit one of my streams on Twitch. Link in the description. See you next time. Bye.